me, you've written this new book, The Art of Power. Why did you decide to write this book?
I decided a while back to write it, but I didn't have time to when I was speaker. And so after that, there were 4 things that I was in the room where it happened, and I wanted to tell it from the side that we saw it. And but then when I finally got a chance to write it, people said, well, you have to write about January 6th, you have to write about Trump, you have to write about what happened to your husband. So there are some other things in there, but it was never intended to, nor is it a memoir. It's about 4 decisions, 2 domestic, TARP and affordable health care, the most important to me, and 2 China and the Iraq War. And that's really what the book was supposed to be about. And then it's placed in time in terms of January 6th, et cetera.
You know, the opening chapter is about the attack on your husband and its aftermath. And it's heartbreaking. It's terrible. And it's not something that you've discussed in this kind of detail before. Was that hard for you to write?
Well, it was hard because I would never even had the conversation with my husband. He has not had it with us, with our family, with me. The doctors like the fact that he's not revisiting it. It's very hard when he has to go testify in court because it's a revisiting of it. And what I know about it is what he testified in court that has been reported in the public domain. I know the consequences of his coming home and the rest, but we never discussed that night. No. And so it was very hard. It was very hard because it was hard to imagine what it meant for him, but also for our children and our grandchildren. It was very traumatic. Mm-hmm.
Here's another president you've been candid with, and that's President Biden, just in the past month. Do you think he made the right decision in stepping back from the election in 2024?
See, the decision is a big word for me. Everything is a decision. Winning an election is a decision, and then you make every decision in favor of winning. Passing a bill is a decision, and that's it. So it's necessary to have a decision, and it's personal and when it's about you. So if you make a decision, that is to be respected, so that makes it the right decision.
Senator Chris Coons, who of course is close to President Biden, said that his inner circle felt angry and hurt about Democrats calling for him to step back from the election. Do you think that this has affected you have a long friendship with President Biden. Do you think it's affected your relationship with him?
You have to ask him. I love him. I've known him over 40 years. Been a big supporter of his. I respect his vision for our country, his judgment about how to proceed, his strategic thinking, the empathy in his heart. I think he's been a very consequential president for our country. I think his legacy is a strong one. It's a legacy we share because we worked in the not bipartisan, a little bit bipartisan, but largely the Democrats in the House and Senate working with him passed a great agenda for our country. And it's to his credit, his leadership, and it's a legacy that we want to protect and enhance so that the world knows.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, check out these other videos from USA Today to stay up to date with all the latest news.